What's up, guys? Croft CNC coming at you. We're going to do a tutorial today. I'm going to take this image that I actually took from a listing on one of the open sites. It was a picture of somebody's artwork. I'm going to show you how to vectorize it, real simple, and then I'm actually going to show you how I combined SVGs and open files to create something very similar to this, but of your own creation. So you can use somebody's art as incentive to create your own setup. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into this. So I already opened this. You guys know me, I love paint.net. So I go up here, I go to my image. I already know that it's resized and scaled correctly because I did it beforehand. So it's 300, it's 10 by 6.5. Okay, close. Now we're going to open this up in my Design Edge for my plasma cutter. You guys can see it imported it. It's all nice and neat. You zoom in, it's got some problems to it, some squiggly lines. We could go back and do a lot of artwork to this, but for me, I actually find it faster to do a full custom piece. So what I do for this is I search Fleur de Lis, and I go to SVG, and I find one on my favorite place to look at is Etsy. I like the look of this one right here, so let's pull it up and see what we've got. That looks like a nice one. That looks really good. And I'm thinking about doing this on the router, so we want something with a little more pizzazz. I think this one might do us well. Let's go back. We'll see if we can't find another one. So we'll just search Etsy. File. Okay, here we go. Alright, here's some. Here's a bunch of different ones. Anything we like, that's one that would be good on the router because that doesn't come all the way down, or this one has a lot of opening. That's kind of a cool one. And that's cool. Okay. All of these would require some joining. Not that that's hard, it just for the sake of what I want to do. Oh, you know what I do have? You know what? That's where I would go with it if I were you to make this happen. I just thought of something. In my files, let's see here. Let me let my CNC files. Let's search Saints. Oh, we got the Saints helmet. And we've got the Saints logo. DXF files. Okay. Alright, we can work with that. So we're going to take that. We're going to close out. We're going to open up VCarve. You could do this in a bunch of different formats for a bunch of different machines. For me, I'm just going to do it in VCarve for the CNC router. Okay, we're going to import a vector. DXF, and I'm not seeing it. Okay, why am I not seeing it? It should be under the Saints logo. Let's go here. All files, drawing files. Maybe. Ah, I know why. Let's export this. This was done in DXF for my plasma cutter. So, or in PCM file for my plasma cutter. So we're going to export it as a DXF. We're going to close that. We're going to delete that one because we know we don't want it. And there's my DXF. So now let's open it. There we go. Now we've got it in the right format. Okay. Which one do we want to use here? This looks like a good one, and this looks like a good one. What I'm looking at are the points here. So let's see here. No, I don't want that and that. Okay, there's our winner. Okay. On top of this, we need something to go off of. So let's take that. I imported the picture on the work area. We're going to vectorize that picture. Actually, we don't even have to do that. I can take that. Move it there. Okay. Let's take this, set it over. We're going to shrink this down. We're going to bring it over. Shrink it down a little more. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. So let's do some modifications here. Bring it out a little bit. Bring it out a little bit. Bring those bumps down a little. Okay. We have that selected. We're going to Control C, Control V, and we're going to move that one there. Click on this blue square, and we're going to completely invert it. And if you don't like doing it that way, I'll go undo. Select your geometry. Go over here. Where are we? Rotate selected object. We want to rotate it 180 degrees. You put your angle in here, hit enter, it applies it, you're good to go. Okay. So now we'll click M for move. We'll scroll down a little and we'll move this into place. There. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we'll make a rectangle. We're going to put that rectangle over here. Okay. Let's delete that. Let's delete those. Okay. Let's take this rectangle. We're going to stretch it down. It's Pretty good there. Okay, pretty good there. Okay. Alright, now we need to make this one piece. So we come over here to the clip. I like to rejoin mine if I need them rejoined. We're going to clip where the pieces of geometry overlap. Look at that. Okay, next thing, let's get these fillets. Let's see here. Normal fillet, 0.2. What's that look like? Let's Control Z to undo that. 2.5. Let's try that. That looks really good. I like that. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Close. Now let's do some circles. Let's do that's way big of a circle. That's 1/4 inch circle. Let's go down to 0.125. That isn't bad. Yeah, let's keep that. I like that. Okay. Let's Control V. All right. Does that look pretty good? Let's get a measurement from here to here, and that point is, or that distance is 0.2407. So let's get another measurement from here to here, from here. Okay, so they're not absolutely right. So here's what we can do. We can delete those. We can then do an offset, and we want to offset that by 1/4 of an inch. Let's say 0.25. Inwards. Okay. Now we have nice sharp angle there where we can place our circle. Let's do, I like an 1/8 inch for wood, but I really think we want to go 1/4. And that's going to require a little bit more effort because it's going to open that up. So I guess we'll have to go 1/8 inch. And if I make this, they'll just have to do away with it. Let's move this. Okay, Control C V. Let's move that one there. Okay, Control C V. Okay, Control C V. Okay. Alright, so far so good. And we're going to okay, so now we've done that. Let's get a rectangle drawn in here for our numbers. Okay, let's close that. Let's get these numbers closed in there. Okay, good there. All right. And there we have our template. Now, with everything else that we've done, let's see here. I'm missing something. Okay, there was a small piece of geometry that I couldn't find that kept me from zooming in. It was probably just a little circle that was left over from when I brought in the fleur-de-lis. Alright. Okay, that looks good. We'll select everything. Let's group it. Let's then, we can make it 18 inches if you want to drag and drop that way. If you want to translate it, we can make it 18 inches. And now bring it down so that it touches there. And we're 5 inches, a little bit more than 5 inches across. 5.15. So that gives us about an inch worth of, inch and a quarter basically of number size. If you want them wider, you just take this, ungroup it, click on it, click out here, select that, click again, drag it over, drag it over. And if you really want to get technical about it, you can hit the center on the workspace. Oh, and nothing centered there. So now we'll group this, we'll center this. Okay, now we'll ungroup it, click off, click here, and centered. Now we should have a centered piece right there. Everything looks really good. I'm seeing some problems. Prime example, here there's more space than here. So that's something we'll have to deal with in machining. And I wonder what does that look like? We've got a lot of issues here that we're gonna have to remedy to get the 1/8 inch. We're going to have to go through and fillet everything 2.12. Let's go 0.13. Boom. Not quite sure why that won't let me fill it. It'll let me fill it there. I got the check mark. Let's figure this out. Trying to figure out where I went wrong here. As I always say, I never profess to be any type of professional at this stuff. I wish I was. I wish I had the talents that some of the guys have. So we're going to have to do some work here, because it's going to completely dismiss this in the tool pathing. If we use a profile cut, 1/8 inch tooling, 1/8 inch deep on the outside, let's do conventional, no tabs. Yeah, see, it lost that and that. Okay. Alright, if they're losing that, then I'm alright with it. These are bigger, but I doubt anyone would notice, and I'm not really doing this. I'm just showing you guys how I do it. Let's go back in here. Let me delete this. Okay. So now I just go into, click on that text box. So if we type across, that's what you end up with. If you want to do vertical, just hit enter, like so. You can close it, you could change your height and this, that, and the other. You know, I'll close that out. I'll turn it into a vector, and then I'll actually just take that to a new size. I'm going to take it up to 1.7099. Let's see here. 1.0 or 1.7099. Let's unlink that. Let's make this 1.0703. That's not bad looking. That's better. I like that. Same here. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.7099. 1.0703. Okay. 1.7099. 0.0703, and then we'll take that out like that, that out like that. Okay, done some modification to this just to make it look a little bit like what I want it. We're going to move these down, up, and up. There's that. Move that down a little. Move that one down a little more also. Now we can delete this, and there's our sign. Then we can start doing our tool pathing off of that. So if you wanted to, we could close this, take an arced line, let's see what this looks like. That actually looks better. So we could play around with that and make whatever we wanted out of it. I don't mind the look of that at all. I actually think I appreciate that look a little bit better than this look. If I knew what tool I was cutting this out with, like 1/8 inch, an 1/8 inch bit, I could go ahead and space this. So I could go into node edit. Let's take care of some of these nodes first. We're going to keep tolerances at 0.005. Control all, preview. There, we took a lot of those down. Okay, there we go. Now we can, easy way to do this would be to there, then clip that, delete that, and delete that. And then we can move that wherever we need it by grouping it and moving it 1/8 inch, whatever. So if you want to get good solid lines, you can always go here, move that there, offset it, click both, let's go 1/4 inch. Now we know bring that down like that, that like that, that like that. an arc. We're going to bring an arc from there to there, following that. Okay. Now we'll go in. There we go. We just had to zoom in quite a bit. Create an arc. There's that. Close. Okay. Now we've got that spaced out 1/4 of an inch, so we should be good to go there. And that's how you can do it. Change it up a little bit. That 1/4 inch space lets us go in, lets go out, whatever. Now we need to readjust this. Go back in here and go 18 inches. There. And that's what our piece looks like. All readjusted. Let's center this on the workpiece, and there you go. That's how you can do that. Then for me, what I would do for this is I would go over to tool pathing, drill toolpath, cut depth 1.015. Holes, they were an 1/8 inch. I'd have to program that in. Drill. Okay, we'll use 1/4 just because use peck drilling. Retract gap, we're going an inch. Let's put 0.60. Peck depth is 1/4 inch because it's 1/4 inch. Dwell at the bottom of each drill pass. We don't need to dwell. Let's calculate. So we'll select our things there, calculate. Okay, that'll be our drill pass. Close, go back to 2D. We're going to pocket these in about an 1/8 inch. That'll give us enough. Let's go to pocket. Let's go 0.113. No, let's do 125. 1/8 inch end mill. Edit passes. Use larger clearance tool. Offset. Okay, we're going to select geometry. and calculate. We'll close that. We'll go back to 2D. We'll select our geometry. We'll go to Profile. We're cutting to a depth of 1.015. Outside. Tabs. .25. Thickness. Edit tabs. We'll do eight tabs. So we'll do one here, one here, put one out here, one out here, 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 and out there. Close that. Calculate. Okay. We know what we're doing. So now we'll preview all toolpaths. And that's what we'll end up with. Kind of a cool setup. Let's see here. Start depth. Outside. Okay. Yep, that looks pretty good. Just something, like I said, playing around. Wanted to do a video for you guys and go from there. I would take this, I would save it. All of those, I actually use the Gerbil G code. This is a new computer build, so I haven't segregated and delegated my toolpaths to just Gerbil JTech and Mach 3. That's why I have so many available in there. So we'll do that. I guess that doesn't work if you don't actually do it. Click on that. Click all of those. Alright. Save that, and I would click save, whatever the save is, put it together. And that's what we got, guys. So without further ado, I let you know, there you go. That's how you can create that and go from there. So, any questions, comments down below.